Okay, hello everyone. We are live. Going to cover this story. This is just meant for my own, just covering the story. Really, I don't want anyone to come in here and be overly aggressive, but I definitely think the fact that the shooter has been confirmed, as you'll see, as this Jesse Strang person, it clearly matters. So the people are saying, "Oh, don't talk
Name
about
of
it
the suspect.
online." Give me a break. This is a humongous day in Canadian history. I thought about this right before I went live. 10 people, that town has a population of 2,400, Tumbler Ridge. 10 people, a bunch more are wounded. Hopefully they will come out okay. 10 people is about half of 1% of the town. So, I mean, this guy kind of ruined that town. Maybe, and obviously, hopefully the town can heal, things like that. But or whatever the hell you want to say. But I did look. I want to cover the gun person stuff because I have some takes on that. But anyway, we'll get into this here.
We have breaking news that we want to share with you that's just into our newsroom. CTV News has confirmed the identity of the suspect behind the Tumbler Ridge mass shooting. Jesse Strang is the name of the suspect. That's all the information that we know, at least at this point. 10 people, again, were killed, again, including that suspected shooter. 25 others have been injured and have been wounded, according to police.
So 25 people is literally 1% of that town.
Going to have more on the shooter's identity and what we know, too, as well as the victims, as that information becomes available. Again, the identity of the shooter has been revealed as Jesse Strang. That's, again, all the information we know at this point. We will continue to bring you the latest details as we get them. So
a lot of people online have been pulling up information about that person, including talking to some of their family members. And well, we'll watch this video first from Mario because I have some more things to get to.
Good morning, and I have some very tragic and breaking news this morning. There's been a mass shooting in Tumbler, BC, where 10 individuals were killed and at least 25 were injured. And a student says that classmates hid in barricaded rooms. The RCMP said that they've identified the shooter, but they're not releasing their identity at this time. What I found odd was the use of "their." And I also found this odd. Listen to this.
That includes the deceased gun person.
Okay. And then separately, do you know the gun person's relationship?
Gun person. So I did a bit more digging and I found the truth. Thanks to Juno News, they found that the family confirmed the identity of the trans Tumbler Ridge school shooter. The name, Jesse Strang. Now, you have to ask yourself, why wouldn't they release the identity of the shooter, knowing who it was? This is very similar to what the US does and has done in the past when there has been a trans shooter. And here's my opinion on this whole thing. The Liberal Party, they're going to end up using this and weaponizing this so you as the public back their gun grab program while not addressing the underlying issue. And the underlying issue, which is very similar to other shootings, is, in my opinion, very clearly mental health. Now, I have to say it's being alleged that the shooter is only 17 years old. And if that's the case, and they're transitioning, and it comes out that, I don't know, maybe there was puberty blockers involved, I think we're going to have a very, very, very big problem. I just want to say my condolences to every family out in Tumbler, BC. This is just awful. I honestly have no words.
Yeah. And another thing, though, that Mario, I'll cover this now because he did mention the gun person thing. Maybe I'll come back to this too. This is just from ChatGPT, but I asked, is it illegal to misgender someone in Canada? In general, you are allowed to express opinions and speak freely. But so this is, I think, where not only the person in the police there, but David Eby, but in regulated environments, work, school, services, speech can still lead to civil consequences. Like I'm guessing maybe this is kind of what Jordan Peterson was dealing with. Complaints, discipline tribunals, not criminal punishment. So this sounds like, and again, this is not a law that I even spend any time thinking about because I don't usually cover even transgender things, but this is obviously in the news today. It sounds like the police person, maybe even David Eby, I'm going to give them a little bit of charitability because it's maybe if they go out there and say, oh, gunman, 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 they might want to be like, well, is it even like legal or allowed? Can I even say that? So, I mean, they might just be protecting their own butts when they use the phrase gun person. It's still so crazy that in the wake of what happened there, that's something that people have to think about, which is so, oh man, it has truly just wokeness gone wild. Because, oh my gosh, on top of everything you have to think about in that story, you got to go, oh, but it's a gun person. Okay, back to this here. This is a stupid post. Mark Slapinski. If the shooter of today's mass shooting in Canada turns out to be trans, I blame Maple MAGA. Why? These people have promoted hatred against this tiny minority of people, pushing them to their breaking point. So, dude, this is a very dark tweet. Is he saying that there's a level of justification because Maple MAGA has pushed these people to their breaking point? This person, by the way, claims they're a conservative. This guy's such a clown. Hello, Tim. I think the title of my YouTube live stream, I don't think the algorithm YouTube likes it because I don't have very many people in here right now live, and I feel like it would, but whatever. Maybe you just can't title a live stream that. Maybe I'm hitting some sort of buzzword that the algorithm doesn't want to reward. I don't know, whatever. This person says, whatever. I just want to cover this anyway, just to have it up online. Okay, this is from Harrison Faulkner. I actually have not watched this video yet.
Initially, when the active shooter alert went out, police said that they were looking for a female with brown hair wearing a dress, but we have not heard anything more from police about a possible suspect. Also, careful not to call the person a gunman because we know that there was an active shooter alert, but police have not actually told us exactly how any of the people were killed or how any of them were injured. We don't know if any other weapons were involved.
And as I understand it right now, there's no confirmation that we will, in fact, hear from law enforcement officials today. So we are waiting to see whether or not that does happen and whether or not we get more detail.
Man, it's crazy. Okay, I think I'll go to some other videos here now because I'm out there, but there's a whole bunch more to cover here. Yeah, so I don't think the YouTube algorithm really likes my title. No, that's okay. Yeah, we'll go to Mark Carney. This is actually very recent. Mark Carney's in the House of Commons right now talking about this. This is I'm on the live stream. I'm only 7 minutes behind.
I now recognize the Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, this morning, families in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia, woke to a different world. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters began this day as their first day on earth without someone they loved dearly. What happened has left our nation in shock and all of us in mourning. 9 people killed, more than 25 others injured, some still in hospital fighting for their lives. The investigation is ongoing, and we must allow law enforcement the time and space to do their work accordingly. Mr. Speaker, as this House knows, Tumbler Ridge is a community of some 2,400 people nestled in the foothills of the Rockies. It is one of the youngest towns in the great province of British Columbia. It's carved out of the wilderness in the 1980s, built on the promise of the resource economy and by the determination of its residents. It's a town of miners, teachers, construction workers, families who have built their lives there, people who have always shown up for each other there. When wildfires raged, neighbors helped each other pack up and move out of harm's way. They checked in on seniors and those living alone. They made sure that no one was left behind. When the coal mine shut down, residents supported local businesses. They shared leads for jobs, and they lifted each other up. Mr. Speaker, Tumbler Ridge represents the very best of Canada, resilient, compassionate, and strong. Hier matin.
Yesterday morning, parents in Tumbler Ridge sent their children off to school. And some will never be able to hug their children again. These children and their teachers bore witness to unheard of cruelty. I want everyone to know this. Our entire country stands with you on behalf of all Canadians. I offer my prayers to the victims, to their families and friends, to all those who were injured, and to all those whose lives have been forever changed.
Express my profound gratitude to the first responders, the RCMP officers who entered immediately that school, not knowing what awaited them, to the paramedics and medical staff at the Tumbler Ridge Health Center, to the teachers and the school staff who acted with extraordinary courage to protect the children in their care.
Okay, whatever. I'm going to end the stream. I think I started this off with I don't know. The YouTube doesn't seem to like the topic I'm covering. So anyway, if you're here, thank you for watching. Have a great day.